The business of green has long been established in McMinnville. Though they've recently gone through very tough times, McMinnville is still one of the premier garden nursery locations in the entire nation. Did you know that landscaping can increase a property's value by up to 10% or more? Plus, the American Public Power Association reports that proper landscaping can reduce a homeowner's energy costs by up to 50% just by knowing what to plant and where.
I've often been asked why Tennessee has such a large range of nurseries, or a large number of nurseries. And part of the reason is we have over 600 native occurring species in the Upper Cumberland or Middle Tennessee area. And that gives us a wide variety of plants that we can grow and ship to different parts of the country. To put that into perspective, the entire continent of Europe only has 32 naturally occurring species.
Statewide green industry, retail, you're looking at $3.9 billion in sales and 51,000 jobs.
Our products go as far north as Bangor, Maine, as far south as, say, Jacksonville, Florida. We can go to the west, to the panhandle of Texas, and then up the East Coast as well. It just gives us a good competitive growing advantage over other parts of the country.
The state of Tennessee reports that there's 242 nurseries, and that's certified nurseries in Warren County. But talking with many nurseries in the area that buy from smaller growers, backyard growers, homeowners that work at many of the factories in town, and they they plant a few nursery plants just to produce a little extra income and help carry them through.
We were just very fortunate. It kind of got started in this area. The infrastructure and the knowledge base built around the industry. You know, we have people that know what to do, when. You know, there's families that have been growing here for generations. In the last 3 or 4 years, our industries took a tremendous hit. First, we had the freeze of '07, which devalued our crops probably by 30%.
We had temperatures in the teens after dealing with weather in the 80s and 85s, which caused all of our plant material to respond to an active growing situation.
Following that, we had the drought, which further deteriorated our inventory. And now we've got the economic downturn, and none of us saw, you know, how far-reaching and how the effects of this was going to be. Our businesses, you know, pretty much across the board are off 30 to 40%, as with most businesses in the area.
I've talked to many nurseries in the area that presently are seeing declines in sales of up to 40%. And when you take an operation that could be a multi-million-dollar operation, that runs into a sizable amount of money.
Currently, our industry is very fortunate. We've got the Horticulture Research Institute that we all fund through private donations. They are kind of our leader in developing areas to make us more sustainable through mechanization.
Right now, the things that we're doing is to try to be innovative and increase our cash crops, short turnovers. We're getting into where we've had losses of trees. We're replacing through the summer months with short-term cash crops. We got into the berry business, which helps our cash flow in the spring and summer. And then we're also planting produce and different types of products like that to get into the direct market, local markets, and help stimulate our cash flow to help us through the slow times.
Well, our industry's always thrived on, you know, trying to sell, you know, a beautiful scenery or a beautiful environment. Now, more than ever, our companies, the nursery industries, are trying to become more sustainable, which is a new word for us, and we're trying to, you know, make our products more green friendly, because as with any industry, there's things that we can do to be more progressive as far as lowering our carbon footprint, so to speak.
Another thing that's interesting about trees, what is the value of a tree? And there's been different research done and actually numerical values attached to, but a lot of people don't realize that one mature tree produces enough oxygen to support 10 human beings in a year. Trees are known to shade and cool homes. In the wintertime, when if trees are properly planted, you can save up to 30% on your electric bills, and likewise on your cooling bills when plants are properly located.
Here's an example of a green vase zelkova. It's kind of a vase-shaped tree, and this is a tree that you might want to plant on the, say, the western side of your home, whereas if you had a stout north wind hitting your house, you might want to plant evergreens. It's basically just figuring out the different size and shape and growth habits of the plant to use them as a tool to help you lower your energy cost.
Trees are used to clean soil. They absorb harmful chemicals, pollutants, filter sewage. Trees are also known as carbon sinks, which they absorb carbon dioxide. They also absorb carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide.
We encourage people to use professional landscapers, to go to professional garden centers, to get good advice about where to plant the right tree. It's difficult sometimes when you maybe go to a mass merchant or somewhere, which it's good to always, to try to buy green trees or to buy a product to plant. But a lot of times you don't get the advice that you need when you go to a professional company to purchase your product. A tree is just like anything else. You've got to know how to take care of it and know where to put it in the right place to be successful. And it's such a huge investment. We always encourage people to talk to professionals before they plant. I guess the main thing is people need to realize that plants are tools. They can use them to lower their energy bills. You want to plant the right plant in the right place. And all too often, people have tried to go it alone or do it themselves. And it's always a good idea to either research on the internet, talk with a local professional, hire that professional to do the job for you. And that way you're more likely to have better results versus just buying a tree and planting it wherever you think it might look right.